Hi, welcome to my channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I'm going to be doing my January anticipated thriller release video. I do these every month and it's a little bit later this month, so some of these have come out on the 4th to be exact, but I still wanted to get it out because there's so many thrillers that are coming out this month that look super intriguing. But before I get into the video, I do want to mention that the first thriller that I'm going to talk about is The Maid, and this is by Nita Prose, and actually this is my pick for my book club where I pick a horror or a thriller book every month, and my book club's called the Lights Out Book Club, and my friend Gabby from Gabby Reads is going to be the co-host for this month, which I'm so excited about, and we're not quite sure the date of the live show yet, but I'll keep you all updated for it. So if you want to know more about that and just to stay up to date, follow my Lights Out Book Club Instagram. It's linked in the bio. Also, I'm going to be the co-host on Gabby's channel for her Book Troop Book Club. I'm so excited for that. We're going to be reading Where They Found Her by Kimberly McCreight, and I'm just so excited that we're doing this collab this month. Gabby is just such an amazing person. I love her content so much. I love her as a person, and I'm just so excited to be doing this. So The Maid is coming out, like I said, on January 4th, and the synopsis for this one is: Molly Gray is a hotel maid who struggles with social interaction, and she has a really hard time reading people. But she has an obsessive love for cleaning, so she is perfect at her job and really enjoys it. Her orderly life is turned upside down though when one day she enters a room to clean it and she finds someone dead in their bed. And this is actually the infamous Charles Black. And because of her unusual demeanor, she actually becomes the main suspect for this case. So she has to band together with her friends and try to figure out what actually happened to Mr. Black, and also search for clues to figure out who the real murderer is. So I wanted to read this little blurb about the book, and it says, a clue-like locked room mystery and a heartwarming journey of the spirit. The Maid explores what it means to be the same as everyone else and yet entirely different, and reveals that all mysteries can be solved through connection to the human heart. So I love the whole locked room mystery. I think this is going to be such a fun read, and I'm really excited to read this one and discuss it for my book club this month. I also chose that for my Book of the Month add-on, and the next one is perfect because it actually is Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins, and I chose this for my Book of the Month pick for this month. So this is about a group of travelers who go to a beautiful desolate island, but this island actually has a dark past. There's a mysterious history of shipwrecks and cannibalism, and also rumors of murder. When someone goes missing in the group and another one is dead, the group obviously is terrified, and they wonder what other dark secrets are hidden at this island. I love the whole trope of people going on vacation and things just going so wrong, or just being isolated in remote settings. So I'm really hopeful for this one, and I am really looking forward to reading it. The next book I want to talk about is, again, coming out on the 4th. There's a common theme, I think, with publishing where lots of titles come out on the same day. It's so interesting. I wonder why that is, but they're not really dispersed evenly throughout the month. They all come out sort of in chunks of dates. So anyway, the next book, again, is coming out on the 4th, and it is called The Girl Who Knew Too Much by Tiffany Brook. It says Survivor meets Lord of the Flies in this fast-paced adventure with fascinating characters and pulse-pounding tension. You think it's a game? Think again. So this is about Riley, and she is in high school after embarrassing herself on social media. So in order to do so, she actually ends up signing up for this Survivor-like game show, and she's dropped off in a remote, deserted tropical island with 19 other teenagers competing for $1 million prize and also a treasure rumored to be on the island. The treasure has a curse, however, though, and apparently 7 people have to die before the treasure can be found. So 6 other people have lost their lives in the past, so they're wondering who the 7th person is going to be. So this whole premise sounds really interesting. Like I said with the other one, I love remote settings, and this almost gives me a Hunger Game-esque vibe, and I'm really looking forward to picking this one out. The concept immediately intrigued me. It Will End Like This is coming out on the 4th. I absolutely love the cover art for this one, and I'm going to read the description for it. So, Charlotte lost her mother 6 months ago, and still no one will tell her exactly what happened the day she mysteriously died. They say her heart stopped, but Charlotte knows deep down that there's more to the story. The only person who gets it is Charlotte's sister, Maddie. Maddie agrees people's hearts don't just stop. There are too many questions left unanswered for the girls to move on. But their father is moving on with their mother's personal assistant, and both girls are sure that she's determined to take everything that's theirs away for herself. Now the only way to get their lives back is for Charlotte and Maddie to decide how the story ends themselves. So this sounds really mysterious. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham is coming out on the 11th. Chloe is a psychologist and she's preparing for her wedding, but girls in her town start going missing. She begins to think she sees parallels from 20 years prior when 6 girls went missing. And her father actually confessed to being the serial killer responsible for these crimes. Now, once again, she tries to unmask the killer. So I think it's so interesting that her father was the serial killer. I can't imagine how that impacted her. And this one sounds really good. I've been seeing some mixed reviews on it, but I still really want to give it a try. Just Like the Other Girls by Claire Douglas is coming out on the 11th as well. The description says, carer companion wanted for elderly lady, young female preferred, competitive salary, room and board included. She thought she was safe, so did the others. At loose ends, after the devastating death of her mother, Una Richardson responds to an advertisement for a lady's companion, a position that leads her into the wealthy, secluded world of Miss Elspeth Mackenzie. But Elspeth's home isn't the comforting haven it seems. Katherine, her cold and bitter daughter, resents Una's presence. More disturbing is evidence suggesting 2 girls lived here before her. What happened to the young women? Why won't the Mackenzies talk about them? And what are they hiding? As the walls begin to close in around her, Una fears she'll end up just like the other girls. So this sounds really claustrophobic, like she's gonna feel stuck in this home, and it seems like the atmosphere for this one is going to be really intriguing and tense. So I wanted to definitely put this one on this list. The Night of the Party by Anna Lou Weatherley is coming out on the 12th. 2 couples, 3 secrets, 1 murder. In a beautiful house surrounded by woodland, the Drayton family and their dearest friends are enjoying dinner together. The wine is flowing, the meal has been lovingly prepared, and it's going to be an evening none of them will forget. A doting mother with a manipulative daughter, a loving husband lying to his family, a close friend keeping a shocking secret, a beautiful girl who will be dead by the end of the night. So I love when you know in books that someone is going to die and you see the events leading up to it, and I'm guessing that everybody's going to seem suspicious for this and dark secrets are going to be revealed, so it seems like a really fun time. So I'm really excited about this next one because it is a snowy sort of setting, so it's perfect for this time of year. And also, I just love isolated settings like I've said before. So it is called The Overnight Guest, and this is by Heather Gudenkauf. And this one is coming out on the 25th of January. So this is about a true crime author named Wiley, and she has gone to an isolated farmhouse in order to really be productive on her book and have some time alone in the peace and quiet. It's cozy and silent and a great environment to write in. However, decades earlier, 2 people were found murdered in the house and another one disappeared. As the storm worsens, she begins to be haunted by the house as well as her own past. She also discovers a child out in the snow, and so she brings them inside to try to warm them up and care for them and figure out what's going on, but it becomes clear that someone is out there trying to find them. Greenwich Park by Katherine Faulker is coming out on the 25th as well. I love this cover so much. I love houses covered in ivy, and I just love kind of old style houses on covers of books. I've noticed a few like that, and I always gravitate towards them. Helen lives an idyllic life. She lives with her handsome husband who's an architect, and they have a baby on the way, and they've been trying for a long time. And she lives in a beautiful Victorian home. Everything seems wonderful, but she meets Rachel, and she's really drawn to her. But her friend starts acting increasingly erratic, and her family begins to suspect that this new friend may be linked to their shared past. Rachel then threatens to expose a past crime that would destroy all their lives, and it becomes clear that there are more secrets layered in this idyllic neighborhood. Good Rich People by Eliza Jane Brazier is coming out on the 25th as well. I also find this cover super intriguing. Lila has always believed that life is a game she is destined to win, but her husband Graham takes the game to dangerous levels. The wealthy couple invites self-made success stories to live in their guest house, and then conspires to ruin their lives. After all, there's nothing worse than a bootstrapper. Demi has always felt like the odds were stacked against her. At the end of her rope, she seizes a risky opportunity to take over another person's life and unwittingly becomes the subject of the upstairs couple's wicked entertainment. But Demi has been struggling all her life, and she's not about to go down without a fight. In a twist that neither women see coming, the game quickly devolves into chaos and rockets towards an explosive conclusion. Because every good rich person knows, in money and in life, it's the winner take all, even if you have to leave a few bodies behind. So this is a very intriguing description, and those are all the books that I found for this month that are thrillers that look intriguing to me. Let me know if any of these sound interesting, and I will be releasing a horror anticipated release video very soon. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.